You thought winning points came from smashes? Well, you're wrong because it actually comes from the net. The problem is, no one actually taught us how to do the net properly until now.
Keep watching as Mathias explains the common mistake everyone makes and also net exercises which completely changed the way I initially thought what playing net was.
I didn't know net was supposed to be played like that.
So stick along till the end to find out the perfect way to play nets.
What is really important is actually your positioning when you build up and get that smash opportunity. So visualize that we are getting some sort of a lift here. We can't have just one position at the net. This is error number one. This is the most common mistake I see, is that they feel the net court player has to stand in the T, so to speak, here. First of all, you have zero reaction time. So even if the shuttle came to you here in the center, you have no time to react and catch it because you're too close to the net. So it's about finding the right position where I actually say, I'd rather prefer to be a step more back, because if I have this position coming in closer here to the net, it's easier than me standing here, and then I have to, for instance, cover the full round the head situation. So your positioning is important. Half step back, so you have maybe 2 meters to the service line. If I have my smasher here, Aylex, in this side, probably want to shift a little to the side, so in case that they play something flat or block in this side, I'm more ready in my forehand. That would be step one. Step two, which is also a common mistake, is people were saying, hey, when you're a net player, you want to hold a little pan grip, like how you would flip an omelette if you're in the kitchen. So this is a little pan grip where you would do it. The advantage of the pan grip is if it's something played in front of you, you'd be able just to tap the shuttlecock like that. This grip is not wrong in any way, but this grip is used if you're dribbling close to the net, meaning that if I come in maybe after the service situation and I dribble here against Aylex or about to lift, then I want to keep my racket a little higher, because then it's easier to move the racket and give it a little bit of a poke power, and I have more time to react in here. But it goes a little without saying that if I keep a pan grip and I hold high on the racket here, and as I said before, Aylex is hitting from here, and I want to cover full court, if my grip is here, it means that I need to move more in order to cover. I would say shift the grip down to a normal grip and actually a little bit more rotated so you have your thumb to help, and then cover like how you would if you were teeing up for a smash. Because what happens is, if someone smash and they would counter the defense like that, if I hold the racket like that and come out and catch it, I would be able to catch it and have a longer reach if I keep my racket like that, compared to it being here. Plus, if I hold my grip with a little bit of thumb, then I can keep the racket in my hand because the thumb is locked. So a lot in the round the head situation is just this snap you want to do when you intercept at the net, and not like this, and certainly not like this. You can hear that whisper from my racket. This is power. And my racket is not going down, but it's going there, so I'm ready to move again, and not like this, so I have to come up like that.
How I'm understanding this is basically like, if my partner is smashing, it feels like I'm just playing singles for a little bit.
You should have the mindset of, hey, I want to help my partner as much as possible. I don't want to overcover, but I want to give him a sensation that he can hit the smash he wants to, because I'm ready to help him and intercept, and I'm really ready. If there's nothing worse for you to hit a smash and then just see your partner standing here and hitting, because no matter where you hit, you would not be able to hit, so I can intercept on the next one because I'm just hiding.
Wow, okay.
The last part that is very important, it's the timing in your racket. So a lot of people, as I said, they would, after forcing the lift, they would be super ready. But what happens here is that I'm super ready. The shuttlecock is still near the roof. It's not even close to my partner hit. The second my partner hits, my body goes forward and so does my racket. So as a thumb rule, you can go back, keep the racket a little less, down or a little low. The second you hear your partner hit it, you hear the contact of his racket and the shuttle, you would go into pre-jump motion and get your racket up so you're ready to intercept.
That's actually a mistake a lot of our viewers, including myself, make, is that after we hit, I have so much tension all the time.
Yeah.
That when it comes, I'm already tired.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, so we've learned how to properly do the net, which is not easy, but let's see what it looks like with some shuttles.
Yes. One is just multi for the timing. Shooting Aylex a little sideways. We're going to shoot one where he's a little close to the net, where he used this pan grip in order to intercept the shuttles and feel comfortable without making mistakes. And then we're going to ask him to take a step back, where it's more realistic position, where we ask him to change his grip a little bit, so he's able to cover a little bit more. Yeah?
Okay, let's do it. I'm not good at this. This is hard.
Often you want to take it in the backhand. I want you to come down and see if you can catch it. Like shoot your left foot out, so you can always play the forehand and not go in backhand. But because again, here, this is not as dangerous as here, because if timing is just a little bit off for the kill in the forehand, it's way more efficient.
Okay, let's try one more then.
One more. Forehand. Nice.
Better.
Cool. Better. Much better. How do you feel?
The thing I'm struggling with is more, I feel like my feet position.
Yeah. So what happens is that you have your feet like sideways like that, where when you want to cover it, especially in the round the head, you want to shoot your leg, like my leg or your left leg, you want to shoot a little back so you're in better balance. So imagine if I was to push you and I said, find a position where you feel that I cannot push you out of balance, you'd shoot your leg a little bit back. Keep, like for me, I'm 185, 186 tall. I would keep at least more than 1 meter in between my feet. This is a comfortable situation. I feel like I'm pretty if someone pushes me here. Right. And that's the same here. If you stand too much like that, you'll fall backwards.
Makes sense.
So second exercise, I want you, Aylex, to be in a more realistic position. This about, hey, I want to cover full court. I don't actually have a partner. So your position there is great. Sometimes I would play in front of you also, where you come in like that. If you feel like it, you can change your grip a little bit, but otherwise your grip would be like normal grip. And I would play some shots also that is above you, so you need to go down and smash. But I want to see you cover side while being in balance. Okay. So you would try and capture everything here and not so much here. The one in front of you is fine to come in like that, and then you would sit and cover after.
Got it.
Okay? Hi. Forehand. Yeah. Forehand. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good example. See, what happens there is exactly what I want to illustrate with the grip. So Aylex, when he's playing his round the head situation here, he is not changing his grip and using his thumb to lock the grip. He's keeping this grip here, so it's like that. So it just like keep hitting the frame, because he doesn't get that flick into the shuttle. So this is where I would like tell Aylex to shoot the left foot back and then capture it with a little bit of like thumb grip, almost like a full thumb grip, but a half thumb grip like that, and then capture it like that.
You mean the half thumb grip? It's kind of in between.
Yeah, not a full one and not like a normal grip is like that, but where it's a little bit more on like that. So here, just short flick, and you can see you get the angle of most of my shots. So like, it's going downwards. So this is a classic multi-exercise. There are many variations of this. Be creative. Now I give you an example of how it's done. We're gonna do 1 2 versus 1 exercise. This is my favorite net court exercise. It's really hard, but it gives me the opportunity to intercept, gives me the opportunity to position, and at the same time, if I don't get the right position, then I feel out of balance. And then the bonus thing is that whoever's in the defense, it's also really good defense practice for them. So
you're getting some good defense practice today. Are you happy?
So half court defense. I'm in the defense. Aylex, he's doing the exercise at the net. He needs to focus in positioning, his timing, catching it, putting pressure on me, moving. There's a lot of things he needs to focus on. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Let's see how he's doing.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay. Ready all the time? Nice. Come.
Me?
Yes, yours. Hakim is only getting the ones, that's the lift.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Ready here, Alex? Come. Come.
This is what net is? I didn't know net was supposed to be played like that.
How did it feel?
It feels harder than playing singles because I'm now covering everything and it's so much faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't know doubles is played like this. I don't know what I've been doing this whole time. This completely changed what I thought net was. Originally, I thought net was just playing everything up here, but your definition of net is everything.
Right, so as I said initially, this about covering net. A lot of people, they're just standing still and then expecting the partner to score from the backcourt. And while this is actually you on a break, like get a comfortable couch and a cup of coffee out and then I sit there while my partner works. No, you need to be as this active in order to capture something, which is Aylex, he demonstrated really well, is like it's a lot of ground to cover. And it's not that simple as it looks, and especially if you want to try and intercept, this is the kind of movement you need to do. So no couch sitting, start moving like that. That was really good, Alex.
All right, this is badminton at the highest level. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and check out Mathias' channel over here.